Welcome back, Automania. This is automotive for you. The newest automotive information just for you. Along its journey from builder of cheap but reliable transportation to budding luxury market player, Hyundai Kia's strategy has been, if you can't beat them, join them. Or more appropriately, have them join you. When its cars looked like poor imitations of melting Jaguars, Hyundai Kia hired Audi designer Peter Schreier to give its sheet metal some genuine style. The result was the 2010 Kia Optima, a car that injected verve into the usually staid mid-size sedan segment. The GT model is best defined by its engine. Under its sculpted hood sits a twin-turbocharged 3.3-liter V6 that develops 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission with steering wheel shift paddles. The base Stinger gets a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder making 255 horsepower and 260 pounds-to-foot of torque. The body for every Stinger is comprised of 55% advanced high-strength steel, but it uses no lightweight materials like aluminum or carbon fiber. Hyundai is a steel company after all, so Hyundai Group vehicles will likely never use aluminum. Extensive use of structural adhesives helps stiffen the Stinger's body, as does a special structural ring around the rear hatch opening. The front suspension relies on aluminum for the brace between the McPherson struts. The rear end gets a 5-link independent suspension mounted to a stiffened rear subframe. Electronically adjustable dampers, a Kia first, are used at all four corners for the Stinger GT, while four-cylinder Stingers get static dampers. The brakes are Brembos, with 13.8-inch discs and 4-piston fixed calipers up front and 13.4-inch discs and 2-piston calipers at the rear. It all rides on a staggered set of 19-inch Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, 225/40s up front and 255/35s out back. Kia offers the Stinger GT with a rear-wheel drive or a rear-biased all-wheel drive system that uses an electronically controlled clutch to shift up to 50% of the power to the front wheels. Put the drive mode selector into Sport and up to 80% of the power can go to the rear. Rear drive models are available with a mechanical limited slip differential, while the AWD versions have a brake-based torque vectoring system that clamps down on the inside wheels to send power to the outside rear wheels in a turn. You may have heard that the Stinger is a BMW 3 Series rival, but it's bigger than that. At 190.2 inches long and with a 114.4-inch wheelbase, it's larger than an Audi A5 Sportback. In fact, it's just 2 inches shorter than the Lexus GS sedan, but its wheelbase is 2 inches longer, and that makes it a mid-size car in our book. But it's not a sedan, either. It's a hatchback in the molds of the A5 Sportback, the Audi A7, or the Porsche Panamera. Kia counts all those cars among its competitors, along with cars like the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, the Lexus GS, and the Infiniti Q50. It may be bigger than the 3 Series, but it's priced like it. In fact, it's a bit cheaper with a starting price of $32,795 for the base model and $39,895 for the GT. The Stinger GT's greatest strength is its powertrain. The twin-turbocharged 3.3-liter V6 helps the car punch above its weight. It lets out a refined howl and vaults the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a scant 4.7 seconds. The full 376 pounds-to-foot of torque comes on at a very low 1,300 revolutions per minute, so the punch is immediate. It works well with the 8-speed automatic transmission, especially in the sport mode, which holds gears longer and quickens throttle response. On the track, however, the 8-speed got confused on a couple of short shoots that required full throttle application followed by hard braking, then back to full throttle. The transmission just didn't know what gear to be in and I had to wait for a beat for it to catch up on a couple of occasions. That can be remedied by using the smallest shift paddles behind the steering wheel. Hop in the Stinger GT and you will immediately be impressed by the quality of the cabin. Leather is standard and soft Nappa leather is available. The supportive seats can be made even more supportive with optional air bladders, 16-way adjustments, and heating and ventilation. The dash is arrayed in a horizontal layout with a black wing-shaped dashboard offset by metal trim. A display in the instrument panel provides G-forces and lap times, in true sporty fashion. Plenty of amenities are available. Highlights include a head-up display, the UVO 3 infotainment system with navigation, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a heated steering wheel, and a thumpin' 720-watt, 15-speaker Harman Kardon sound system with Clarify that digitally expands compressed music and Quantum Logic surround sound that digitally approximates surround sound. The Stinger's hatchback body style and midsize dimensions give it practicality, too. The back seats have good leg room for most adults and space for 3 across. Rear head room is generally good, but it will be limited for anyone taller than 6 feet due to the fastback roofline. That roofline resolves into a hatch area that has 23.3 cubic feet of cargo space, which is half again as much as the trunk of a large sedan. Fold those rear seats down and storage space expands to 40.9 cubic feet, which is almost as much as a small SUV. That makes this car far more practical than any coupe or sedan. Hyundai, Kia, and now Genesis have made a few efforts at building sporty rear-drive cars. It started with the Hyundai Genesis Coupe back in 2008, then expanded to the Genesis Sedan, now the Genesis G80, later this year. The Kia Stinger is the next attempt, soon to be followed by the Genesis G70 Sedan, which is based on the Stinger, and this one is the best yet. It gets some of the smaller details right, and this time the basic suspension setup and handling character is on the money. There is, however, more room to grow to make the Stinger a true driver's car with the feel and reactions to challenge the Germans. For now, though, Stinger GT is fun to drive, powerful, practical, and upscale, and it all comes at a price that makes it a true bargain. Okay, that's all Automania. See you at the next automotive info, and thank you for watching Automotive for You.